Thin beast bones, and I think the partisan is new. Spear with a wide tip. In addition to its thrusting attacks, this highly versatile weapon can be swung to sweep through foes. Skill, Impaling Thrust. Skill that lets piercing armaments overcome enemy shields. Build power, then lunge forward for a strong thrust that pierces an enemy's guard. Sorry to have disappeared without noticing. Thank you all for sticking around till I came back. Well, that's it for now. Gonna try and do as many as I can while the foul foot is still active. Trying to remember, it's 1, 2. I'd rather not do everybody every time if I can help it. Godric Knighthelm might be good, though. Helm worn by knights loyal to Godric the Grafted, adorned with a plume of withered, ashen hair. Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? My foul foot's worn off. And use my second one. Godric Soldier Greaves. Alright, I am maxed out on crossbow bolts. They're starting to go send the excess to storage. Smithing Stone 1. Smithing Stone 1. 5 bolts. Those are the only 4 that matter. Hey, a brass shield. Perfection. That didn't take too long. On the larger side, for a medium-sized shield, the face has been covered in brass, commonly employed in the shattering. No skill. This armament has no skill. If the armament, in the other hand, has a skill, that skill will be used instead. Awesome possum. Alright. Sticking with that the rest of the game. That's literal endgame gear right there. Alright, from here we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to the round table hold. Table of Lost Grace. Alright.
Further study of incantations, is it? I can happily spare the time and applaud your enthusiasm.
Just making sure everyone's dialogue is exhausted.
Golden order shine through you. Further study of I can happily spare. May the golden order shine.
Speed back this way in a minute. His face stuck in a cartwheel and is still living the consequences. It would appear so. Well, here's Nefeli Lou. Let's talk to her.
Again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the round table. Nefeli Lou. We met at Stonewall. I'm glad to see you here. I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You defeated him. You should have it. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses.
Arsenal Charm. An iron charm that resembles a mass of weaponry, boosts maximum equipment load. This talisman was derived from an unusual greatsword once wielded by a hero hungry for vengeance.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Enchi's garden just over there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while. It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it. It's about time I headed. I'll see you again, warrior.
Offer a bell bearing. Nomadic merchants bell bearing 4. Isolated merchants bell bearing 1. This gives them access to the inventory of whatever merchant dropped the bell bearing when I killed them. That's why it's actually generally not a terrible idea. Oh, I can't get in right now. Go figure. Alright, well... we won't be talking to Gideon then. Let's go visit Roderica.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning?
I am. I want the spirit jellyfish ashes to +2. And I want my skeletal militiaman ashes to +2. As high as I can get. I haven't found any level 3 Graveglove Ward yet. Still on medium load, very good. Let's talk to Hugh.
Now, look at you. Those eyes tell a story of a challenger who's felled his mark. Find them well. Now lay out your arms.
Strength and armament. Alright. We're going to upgrade our brass shield. Should be able to get it to +7 at this juncture. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very good. No, I don't believe this door was open before. Access to a new area of the hold here. Use a stone sword key to get through here. Crepus's black key crossbow and 20 black key bolts. Black crossbow featuring a long stock. Used for sniping, it has a very long range. Weapon of Crepus, who served the 2 fingers from the shadows of the Round Table as the head confessor. Skill, kick. Push an enemy back with a high kick. Effective against enemies who are guarding and can break a foe's stance. Sometimes a simple tool is the most effective. Black key bolt. Bolts used in Crepus's black key crossbow, an assassin's tool of exquisite craftsmanship. The intricate spiral tip bores deep, injecting scarlet rot far into the flesh of its target. That's gruesome. I'll be right back. I just have to turn off the water outside. Alright. We are back. Now for this one, I think we have to use 2 keys. You can see there are 2 imp heads. Neither has a sword in it. Yep. There goes 1. And 2. Stone sword key lost with use. And we get the Assassin's Prayer Book. Prayer Book of the Round Table holds assassins. Can be given to a learned cleric to gain access to the following incantations: Assassin's Approach and Darkness. Just grabbing a drink as well. Right, she does the Baldachin's blessings. I do not want another one, so I'll leave her be for now.
Further study I can happily may the golden
We're going to talk to him.
did you need?
Let's talk to Rajier now.
We meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing, but I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need?
He's got flies buzzing around his legs. I've defeated Godric.
You defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it.
Rajier's rapier +8.
As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore.
Alright. About the corpse under Stormvale.
The misshapen corpse under Stormvale. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
About D.
So you've met D. D is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends.
About D.
D was telling me. I discovered the centipede.
Excuse me.
The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person, and if they were like you, all the better.
Alright. Well, I suppose now we'll talk to D again. After we look at our new rapier, anyway. Piercing sword of superior quality featuring intricate ornamentation, signature weapon of the sorcerer Rogier. High dexterity is required to wield the blade to its full potential, but mastery is a sight to behold, characterized by a flowing style which excels in successive attacks. Skill, glint blade phalanx. skill used by the enchanted knights who served the Carrion royal family. Form an arch of magic glint blades overhead, which will attack foes automatically. Follow up with a strong attack to chain this skill into a lunging thrust.
Did you need something else?
About Rogier.
Are you acquainted with a man named Rogier? You know, the piteous fellow hiding away on the balcony. He was a formidable spellblade in times past. Don't let his easy air deceive you. He was wise beyond his years, stout of heart and clear of mind. No more though. You see him now, ravished by foes, muttering and rambling, like he's half dead already. I can't stomach to watch. Take well the lesson, friend. That's how you end up when seduced by those who live in death. When grace is sullied, it rots people from the inside, breaks them.
Get ready for something wild. Jumping! Mad Tongue Alberic. Reverential Bow. Motherfucker almost froze me. Keyword almost. Mad Tongue Alberic has died. Taunter's Tongue. Item for online play can also be used from the multiplayer menu. Lures in invaders. This allows your world to be invaded without any furled finger cooperators present, and it also shortens the interval between windows of opportunity for invasion. Additionally, enables the arrival of a second invader to join when a cooperator is present. With 2 invaders, the maximum number of cooperators becomes 1. Alright. Let's see what else is down here. Cipher Pata. One of the weapons originating from the 2 fingers. A formless sequence of ciphers comprise its blade, and as such, no shield can repel it, deals holy damage. The furtive inscription appears to hang in the air, the language of light spoken by the 2 fingers. Unique skill, Unblockable Blade. Imbue the cipher blade with light, then lunge forward with a sudden piercing attack. This attack cannot be blocked. Return to the entrance. He's praying.
is it? I didn't notice you there. I'm doing my job, same as ever. Just lay out your arms.
About prayer.
Those words were not meant for you. I lay you prisoner to you, tarnished lot. My prayers are mine, and mine alone. Well, I've had my say. I'll be more careful too.
Alright, now we will talk to Fia.
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more?
Let her hold you.
Now, come closer. You are so very warm.
Baldachin's blessing. Talk in secret.
I was known as a deathbed companion. Where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind, despite all that. I still wish to be a deathbed companion, so please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes.
Do you know?
My dear, have you ever heard of Black Knife Prince? Dear Roger likes to talk of them when abed, and the ancient plot, in which the first of the demigods was slain, the black knives wielded by the assassins who committed the act, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of the conspiracy. These grand affairs are hardly my forte, but dear Roger began to weep as he spoke.
About the Black Knife print.
In truth, I've heard tell from someone else about the Black Knife prints that fascinate dear Roger so.
Knife print clue.
But it wouldn't be right to give this to him, stuck as he is in the round table hall. Perhaps you could make use of it?
You found a simple map. Check in inventory. A simple map given by Fia, a clue to the whereabouts of a black knife print. Right. And this door is open now as well. There are the two fingers. We've heard mentioned many times.
Are you that new tarnish? You've done well. I am Enya, the finger reader. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble to welcome you, Shardbearer.
Hi, Stray.
Let their wisdom wash over you.
Great Elden Ring, root of the Golden Order, anchor until it was shattered. The tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabating. But the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is that the tarnished are guided by grace, called to act. Brave tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden ring. Seek another of its kind to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order.
Let the words of the fingers guide you. Well, I see. A remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession. Demigods and even the creator of the champions are hewn by the earth tree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, well, I will lend you the strength of the fingers. Do not recoil from my offer. The fingers guide us all. And you, tarnished, you are here to take, are you not?
About great runes.
Great runes are the stuff of demigods, the children of the goddess Queen Marika, she who is vessel of the Elden Ring. Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so grace was extended to your kind, the tarnished. Listen, the fingers speak.
The greater will has long renounced the demigods. Tarnished, show no mercy. Have their heads. Take all they have left.
Indeed. But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika. Godric the Grafted was but a distant relation, the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted. The children tainted by so listen.
The greater
Tarnished indeed. The demi-Godric the runt.
Alright. Receive power from Remembrance. Power of Remembrance menu. With the Power of Remembrance menu, you can draw out the power of a remembrance's namesake. Each remembrance can provide one power. Once that power is claimed, the remembrance will be lost. Except you can duplicate remembrances at Wailing Mausoleums.
So go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
We've already done one of those, so... I marked it right there. So let's go ahead and warp down there and use it right quick. Not sure what'll be fastest. I'll try the Tombswood Cave. Hi, Fireside. Welcome back. Good to see you. Killed Godric the Grafted a little bit ago. Now I'm heading out to the Wailing Mausoleum I already downed to duplicate his remembrance. Remembrance Duplication Menu. With the Remembrance Duplication menu, you can duplicate remembrances you've previously acquired. This includes remembrances from which you've already drawn out power. Duplication can only be performed once per mausoleum. That's fine, we'll duplicate Remembrance of the Grafted. This is no longer useful to me, so I will remove the marker. Now we can warp back to the round table again, and we can get both items. Alright. First, let's get the Axe of Godric. Great axe wielded by Godric the Grafted. This golden battle axe is emblazoned with the figure of a beast, representing the strength of Godfrey, first Elden Lord and patriarch of the Golden Lineage. I command thee, kneel, for I am the Lord of all that is golden. Unique skill, I command thee, kneel. Repeatedly smash the axe of Godric into the ground, unleashing 2 earth-shaking shockwaves. Follow up with an additional input to produce a third shockwave. And then with my second copy, we can get the Grafted Dragon. The embodiment of the this also costs 2,000 runes. The embodiment of the power that still remained in the dragon's head that was grafted to Godric's left arm. The wielder's arm will take the form of a small dragon, sprouting sharp dragon fangs at the fist. This weapon cannot be two-handed. Unique skill, Bear Witness. Grant the small dragon a fleeting glimpse of life and thrust it skyward, spewing flames over a wide frontward area. There we go.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
One last thing to do here. Touch the 2 fingers. Rapture. New gesture. Alright, we're going to do some work on clearing up Limgrave now. Warp to the Stormhill Shack. Gonna go north here as if I was headed to the secret path around Stormvale Castle. I remember now. It's this broken bridge right here. Now we're going to turn the other way-ish. It's like I hear the scarab. I know what I'm after. There it is. You, I'm after you! And we get the Ash of War Storm Wall. This Ash of War grants no affinity to an armament, but imparts the following skills. Storm Wall. Swing the shield to create a wall of storm winds in front of you, deflecting arrows and other such physical projectiles. Can also be used in the same way as a regular parry. Usable on small and medium shields. From here, we will warp to the War Master's shack. Should be able to find the path to the north, which in turn leads to a big round building where we'll get invaded. Alright, here it comes. Invasion up here, but we ought to be able to handle it. Guess we'll see. Recusant Henricus. Recusant vanquished. Recusant Henricus has died, and we get the Hammer Talisman. A talisman depicting a hammer and a knight enhances stamina-reducing attacks against a blocking opponent. Hammers are highly effective against shield-bearing foes, so much so that they are known as Knight Killers. Competitive multiplayer. Use Duelist's Furled Finger to write a red summon sign. Competitive multiplayer will begin once you have been summoned by a player from another world. You will take the role of an adversary, duelist, and your objective is to defeat the host of fingers who summoned you. Small red effigy, duelist's furled finger. Item for online play can also be used from the multiplayer menu. Send a competitive summon sign to several summoning pools, activated pools only. In competitive multiplayer, your objective will be to defeat the host of fingers of the world to which you were summoned. Duelist's Furled Finger. Item for online play. Can also be used from the multiplayer menu. Creates a summon sign for competitive multiplayer. Arrive as an adversary, duelist, with the objective of defeating the host of fingers to the world to which you were summoned. A finger of corpse wax, furled like a hook. The bronze adornments are the mark of a duelist. So we're under the Divine Tower Bridge now. Ah yes, over here. Note the burning field and the fire slugs. Collect smoldering butterflies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, pretty good. Here another scarab. Where exactly? Somber Smithing Stone 1. And we get the Ash of War Golden Vow and some Godric Knight Gauntlets, both of which are pretty valuable. Oh, wrong one. This Ash of War grants an armament the Sacred Affinity and the following skill. Golden Vow. Skill passed down from antiquity among the Knights of the Capital. Raise armament aloft and pledge to honor the Erd Tree in battle, granting self and nearby allies increased attack power and defense, usable on all melee armaments. Godric Knight Gauntlets. Gauntlets worn by knights loyal to Godric the Grafted. Time has yet to dull their luster. Put those on as long as it doesn't take me to heavy load. Golden Vow will be a significant piece of our pre-battle buffing for most of the game, now that we have it. And here, a slumbering egg. We get a lance. Considered a type of great spear, this weapon has no blade, but instead features a long, conical body designed to pierce. Though heavy and hard to wield, this weapon displays its worth in horseback combat, whether mounted or even on foot. Skill, charge forth. Quickly charge forward with the armament at the hip, carrying the momentum into a thrust. Hold to cover a greater distance. Alright, from here, we're going to go visit Patches. Watch out for their bell traps. New dagger. A standard dagger with a straight blade. Though modest in reach and capacity for harm, this weapon is light enough to jab in rapid succession and delivers devastating critical hits. Skill, quick step. Skill prized by the crafty and fleet of foot. Perform a quick step maneuver that allows for circling around lock-on targets.
Nice of you to drop in finally. Don't let me angry, but I'm sure you'll find something. Welcome to Patches Emporium. Well, you won't need a refund, because everything's top notch.
About the bandits.
Yeah, I had those bandits make a clean break. Now they're all surprised. Good ones at that. I mean, they don't understand a word I'm saying, but it hardly matters. We have a natural connection. They're all foot soldiers, survivors of a defeated army, worked to the bone by their high and mighty lord, only to be thrown out with the rubbish. It's the same old story everywhere we go. To hell with it all.
That chest.
Wondering what's inside the treasure chest. Well, it's nothing too special. Just something I'm saving as thanks for a very valuable customer.
Patches gonna patches.
It would fetch some spectacular gold. And besides, this valuable customer could be a long time coming. Well, everything is give and take. Give and take.
Purchase. Alright. I want the Missionary's Cookbook 2, a record of crafting techniques left by a man who, unable to become a finger maiden, instead became a missionary, and went forth to spread holy teachings. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: Script Stone, Grace Mimic, Gold Pickled Foulfoot. I want that, and I want the Stone Sword Key.
Cheers for that.
And then, as ever, Patches gonna patches. Here we go. Although, to be fair, he was waiting for us to lie. Or be dishonest and try to steal from him.
I should have known that, you skinny little thief. The gods demand vengeance. Vengeance!
Here we are. Better able to handle that cocaine bear than we once were. here, we're going to head east to this little building. Siofra River Well. Yes, this takes us down. I have to say, I adore the underground areas in Elden Ring, like the big ones. The two underground rivers and the Eternal Cities are just amazing environments. Siofra River. For now, we're just here to activate this grace. Siofra Riverwell Depths. So it's a whole different map, underground and everything. For now, we're going to warp to the surface, up to Aguil Lake South. Oh, you have been trapped. You must rest at a grace to fast travel. Okay. My mistake. Now we should be good. Let's go to Aguil Lake South. See this guy? Looks like he's just chilling up there all by himself. Herba, Roa fruit. I kind of want that Cadenite to come back. Oh good, here he comes. Didn't have to wait long, did I? Just had to name it. I don't want any surprises. You'll see why. Got him. Alright. So, I think this is my first one, but throughout the game, you can find larval tears, which are... They're essentially a piece of a mimic larva, or... They're a larval mimic, or what's left of it. And those are the items you use to respec. Being the larval form of a mimic, though, this is not what it appears to be. I'm going to use my physic flask. And oh my god! It's a cocaine bear! Bloodhound's Finesse is such an incredible skill this early in the game. And there's our larval tear. Yes, first one, that's what I thought. Core of a creature of mimicry known as a silver tear. As much a substance as it is a living organism. Material required by the amber egg cradled by Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, to birth people anew. Being born anew allows the reallocation of attributes boosted by leveling up. So we'll collect all of these that are available like everything else in the game. Only actually going to use one. We will be respecking once throughout the course of the playthrough. Now, we're going to warp all the way back to the Stranded Graveyard. The beginning. Told you we'd be back. We're going to use 2 stone sword keys to open up this dungeon right here. This introduces a new mechanic. It's our first hero's grave. And the hero's graves have this you can hear it. These spike chariots. They're kind of like combat puzzles. You can get rid of them. They're essentially an insta-kill if one catches you. And the ways to get rid of them typically involve some complex platforming and timing mechanics with fire traps and things like that. It's pretty cool. You'll see what I mean. Alright, so we'll sprint through this poison. There it is, our first spike chariot. Oh, see? I got hit through the portal on the backswing. I didn't realize that could actually happen, but okay. C'est la vie. Fringe Folk Hero's Grave. So here we can cut right. Here's a safe spot to wait in. You have to watch out for monsters besides the chariot. Alright. Now, if there's nothing blocking it, it often will follow you past where you initially saw it go. So you can kind of see happening here. You can see where it narrows here. And doesn't matter. Died. I think I actually know what I screwed up, though. As long as we sprint and do not roll, should be able to get through the poison, no trouble. The thing to understand is we'll be back for all this loot after we deal with the chariot. We kind of got to deal with it first. High danger otherwise. I think I can do that. That's how I get the extra time I need. And look, it can drop right here. There's a ledge hiding. I even got my runes back. Dealt with those two imps. Fire column here, so let's disable it. Fringe Folk Hero's Grave, that's the name of this first one. Imps. 2 lightning grease, which are new. Solidified grease made from a mixture of fulminating materials. Craftable item. Coats armament, adding lightning damage to attacks. The effect lasts only for a short time. Notice there's a ledge underneath us. Ever deeper we go. Put my lantern on, because we are dipping into a swamp. There we go. Not too bad. We have found a lift. here we have found a stone sword key. So here is where we can destroy this chariot. I need to watch for the timing, and we need to drop one of these pots onto it. Like that, more or less. And we get the Erd Tree Great Bow and 10 Great Arrows. Great Arrows are not new, but the Erd Tree Great Bow is. Great Bow featuring Erd Tree styling. In times of old, when faith and battle went hand in hand, this weapon was created in tandem with the Golden Great Arrow. Scales all arrow damage with faith, revealing its true worth when used with holy infused arrows. Skill through and through. Powerful archery skill using a great bow held in an oblique stance. Ready the great bow, then twist the bowstring to fire a mighty great arrow that can penetrate through enemies. Alright. We're safe now. For now, though, I want to drop down here like I did last time. So that chariot, I think, will stay dead. I don't think they respawn. You can actually see it camped on the ceiling up there. When we go for that item, it's going to spawn 2 grafted Scions. I'm going to try to kill them, but even if I do, the next thing I do is going to be to warp back to the Stranded Graveyard, which is where I will respawn if they kill me, so point being, it doesn't really matter. Let's go. Erd Tree's Favor. But might as well try and kill him. So Erd Tree's Favor. A talisman depicting a special blessing of the Erd Tree. Slightly raises maximum HP, stamina, and equip load. It is said that when the age of the Erd Tree began, such blessings were personally bestowed upon their recipients by Queen Marika herself. Now you can see the second one out there. Alright, good, we got him. And now, like I said, we're going to warp back to the Stranded Graveyard anyway. chariot will not respawn. We do still need to sprint through the poison. Now that it's gone, we can loot the stuff along the way. 5 poison bone darts. Hi, Uriel. Welcome in. I saw you followed a while back. It's good to see you catch a stream. Welcome. Erdtree's Favor is definitely the best gear we get in this dungeon. It's the prize, so to speak, but there is more to see. I love Talos Principle. I've got, I want to say, 10 puzzles left in the beginning. I got pretty stumped by all the puzzles I haven't solved yet last time I streamed, so I'm taking a little break. Game I can more reliably make progress in, but I love Talos. It's one of my absolute favorites. Both games are. And there's a Golden Rune 5. Aha. Let's go up this one. Nobody behind me, is there? Alright, let's keep going. Up toward the top. This guy will be strong. But not that bad with Bloodhound's Finesse. We get a Dragon Communion Seal. Formless Drakeblood Seal with a Dragon Communion crest enhances Dragon Communion incantations. The sacrificial devouring of the heart gives power. Indeed, Dragon Communion is too primal in nature for the term incantation to be appropriate. This seal scales incantations with one's arcane attribute. No skill, this armament has no skill. If the armament, on the other hand, has a skill, that skill will be used instead. And Dragon Wound Grease, which is also new. Solidified grease made from a gravel-stone mixture, craftable item. Coats armament, granting an anti-dragon effect. The effect lasts only for a short time. When the dragons were born from their ancient kin, they lost their stone scales, which can now be used to cause them mortal harm. Now, we're going to go down. All the way down. There's a Grave Glovewort 1. Finally. Trying to get too fancy with my guard counters. Or not fancy enough, as the case may be. There we go. To the very, very bottom, where we find Boss Fog. The good news is there's a Stake of Marika here, so if the boss kills us, we do not have to go through the whole grave again. Alright. So I want to switch in my jellyfish ashes for this fight. I'm going to want to use fire grease. I do not like these things. A dangerous pain in the ass every time they show up, but we got it. Alright. Enemy felled. Golden Seed and Banished Knight Oleg. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirit of Oleg the Banished Knight. One of the two knights known as the Wings of the Storm. After his banishment, he attracted the notice of the grace-given Lord, and later, having slain 100 traitors as the Lord's hand, Oleg earned the hero's honor of Erdtree burial. Alright. From here, the very bottom, we're going to warp to the first step. Should be able to level up. dexterity to 25. I'm going to switch my flask charges to 6 and 2. And on Ashes of War, I'm going to grab that dagger that I'm pretty lucky just happened to drop in the Mirkwood Cave. I want to put Golden Vow on it. We're going to start using that to buff before fights with the standard affinity. This dagger goes in the second right-hand weapon slot. That way we can quickly cycle through to use the skill to buff up and then go back to our main weapon. So here's where White Mask Var was. He left us a message. Find yourself maidenless. Off to Liurnia with you then. Seek the Rose Church, west of the Gate Town. And we got the gesture. Bravo! Alright. Believe it or not, we are finally going to fight this tree sentinel now. Let's get our jellyfish. Try our new buff on for size. Engage and let the jellyfish get aggro. Come on, man. And down he goes. Enemy felled. Golden Halberd. Weighty halberd forged of gold, wielded by the Order of Tree Sentinels, heavily equipped knights, deals holy damage. A masterfully crafted weapon that lives up to its heft, but is difficult for one of mere human strength to wield. Skill, Golden Vow. Skill passed down from antiquity among the knights of the capital. Raise armament aloft and pledge to honor the Erd Tree in battle, granting self and nearby allies increased attack power and defense. Alright. Next, we'll warp back to the gate front. Gonna go up past all these guys. Alright, there was Golden Rune 1 back there. We will merely continue. Groovy. I'll pull a U-turn here, get all the way back above the gate we just came through. Admire their determination, not shitting themselves after I drop the big guy. That is true. It does help that they're completely mindless insane. Keep going along the edge here, all the way to the actual gate. That's a flask scarab. We'll leave it there for now. Caden armor. Alright, very good. So you get these two guys, and there's an Arrow's Reach talisman. A talisman depicting 3 arrows, carried by hunters of beasts, increases the effective range of bows. Now we gird our loins. In the Stormhill Everjail. Probably the hardest enemy in Limgrave, at least. We got a big, scary Crucible Knight. And we get aspects of the Crucible tail. One of the ancient Erd Tree incantations creates a supple tail that sweeps through foes before the caster. Charging enhances potency. This is a manifestation of the Erd Tree's primal vital energies, an aspect of the primordial crucible where all life was once blended together. I guess that's just where he hangs out. I had no idea. I could have sworn there was a... But I saw a corpse down here, though. Ah, I knew it. Golden Rune 2. I don't think he's gonna lose aggro. Ah, he did. Good. Alright. Let's warp to the War Master's shack now. Bernal is still there, then we want to wait until nightfall. Bernal is still there, so let's wait until morning. Let's do until nightfall again. Might need to leave and come back. At some point, Bernal should disappear from the shack. Should only happen at nighttime. But if it does, that means that a boss we are trying to tackle now has spawned in. Come on now. Wait for another nightfall. He won't leave! Let me try coming here from a different grace. That sometimes works to spawn these guys. Oh, that didn't work. He's still here. I need to Google this. Hold on. Nope. Okay. Might need to actually enter the shack.
Hello. Glad to see you safe. Here to learn a battle art or two. Well, until we meet again.
And just like that, he's gone. Alright. Let's get ready. I want the Axe Talisman. I want my Barricade Shield. I want Exalted Flesh Hotkeyed. Alright. Got him! Enemy felled. Bone Peddler's Bell Bearing. Bell Bearing of an unfortunate Bone Peddler who was slain by the Bell Bearing Hunter. Offer to the Twin Maiden Husks at the Round Table Hold to gain access to the following items. Thin Animal Bones, Hefty Beast Bone. Cool. Everything back to normal. Hey Stray, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's see. No level up. That's what I want. still nighttime, should be okay to just go there. Gonna fight another death bird over here. Just gotta find the place. Where is it? Come on, what you gonna do? Can't believe I had the wrong fucking flask equipped. Thank you, Mr. Deathbird. Got it. And we get a blue feathered branch sword. A talisman adorned with blue feathers, once used in ancient death rituals, raises defense when HP is low. The heart sings when one draws close to death, and thus does one cling so tenaciously to life, to render up a death worth offering. Church of Pilgrimage. Here we go. Right around here somewhere. This is the solution to the prophecy painting we found in Stormvale. We get Warhawk ashes. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirit of a Warhawk. Spirit of a Stormvale Warhawk, the talons of which have been sliced off so that razor-fine swords could be grafted in their place. With its lord vanquished and its wings wounded, the hawk perished as it solemnly gazed at its former home. The storm is a warhawk's cradle. Alright. Let's go visit Patches again. Alright, there's some silliness with Patches here. We need to equip a gesture. Grovel for mercy. Alright, let's talk to him.
Oh, Ryan, you're alive. You had me proper scared, puffing away in a flash like that. Well, maybe it's a sign to keep your mitts off what's not rightly yours. I'll forgive you. View it as a learning experience. But anyway, it's just nice to see you safe. Don't miss all the bargains here at Patch's Emporium. Cheers for that.
And we got the gesture, calm down. Now there's another gesture we can get. It's kind of funny what you have to do it, but... We want to attack Patches 3 times with the dagger, but we don't want to kill him.
Hard of hearing, are we? Fine. Have it your way. You'll see what's coming.
Now we need to let him get us within... We need to let him get us below 50% health. And when he does, we need to grovel for mercy. Come on.
Chance to surrender, mate. Grovel, and I'll forgive you.
There it is. Ah, extreme repentance. We gotta use that new gesture.
Lapse of judgment. All's well, as you know.
There we go. Alright, now let's warp all the way back to the Church of Elay. Talk to Christmas Kale again.
Wait, weren't you? Well, you're back. Care to buy something?
About Blythe.
Then you met Blythe, did you? Wonderful. I'm glad I pointed you in his direction. He's boorish, blunt, and couldn't find his nose with both hands. But he's a good egg. I think the two of you are sure to find the best in one another.
Alright. Gonna buy some of his stuff while we're here. Specifically, 3 cracked pots. Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 2. A record of crafting techniques left by roaming nomad warriors contains knowledge for surviving in the face of utter scarcity. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: glowstone, invigorating cured meat, and invigorating white cured meat. And Missionary's Cookbook 1. A record of crafting techniques left by a man who, unable to become a finger maiden, instead became a missionary, and went forth to spread holy teachings. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: holy water pot, roped holy water pot. And the telescope. Astrology tool used by members of the Carrion royal family, a stolen part of a larger instrument. Allows the viewer to better see faraway things. During the age of the Erd Tree, Carrion astrology withered on the vine. The fate once rid in the night skies had been fettered by the Golden Order. Alright. With that, we are done with Limgrave for a while.
Nice to do business.
I'm going to warp back to the lake-facing cliffs behind Stormvale Castle, heading into Liurnia. See if I can level up. I don't think I can. No. Alright, guys, so let me rest here, and that is really going to do it for me for tonight. So thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure when I'll be back. I never am. You know this. I won't even try to venture a guess. But and I'm also not sure if I'll play this or Talos when I get back. But either way, until then, thank you for being here. I appreciate you all very much. I'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.